Alright guys, welcome to this video on how to create a high converting sales funnel. This is the third video in the series and this is the last one for this particular series. Now in the first one we talk about how you can create a sales funnel, and the first part of the sales funnel I'll let you know that we have what we call the TOFU, right? And the TOFU, I said when it comes to the TOFU, what you need to understand that is basically all about awareness. So how do you create awareness for people to get to know about your offer, your product and your services so that they can patronize you? Then we'll also discuss about all the various aspects of it. Then we now went further to talk about the MOFU, right? In the MOFU, we talk about this is the middle of the funnel, right? The middle part of the funnel where people actually get to be indoctrinated, where you can actually start nurturing them for them to follow you. And we'll talk about the mistakes people make and how you can avoid them, showing you the 4 major steps to nurture people or your visitors to your funnel. The first part being email marketing, second part is offer them lead magnet, third part is engage with case studies, and finally you can do a live demo or do a video like I'm doing right now showing you what to do. And I told you that even if you go through all this whole process, right, from beginning to the end, if you like, do everything here, if you don't get this part settled, this is what I call the Bofu, right? If you don't get the bottom of the funnel part settled, you are actually going to miss the entire point, because this part here, right here, is where we make the money, right? This is where you make the money. So if you don't have this part settled, the bottom of the funnel, you are actually wasting a lot of your time, because this is where the money is made. Now let me explain some key concept about what bottom of the funnel actually means. Now the bottom of the funnel, as I said before, is a critical aspect of this whole journey, right? It is the critical aspect of it. Now at this point, you want to have something that is highly persuasive, something that people literally will not be able to do without. It must be persuasive and it must address a lingering issue. It must be something that literally addresses their pain point in a way that they've never seen it before. In other words, I'm saying this part of the funnel must be something that after reading or after seeing it, they will say, wow, I need to get this product. So that is why this part is so crucial. Like I said, if you follow the other part of this whole funnel without getting this part done, you are missing the entire point of creating a high converting sales funnel, because this is where you turn your prospect into customers by providing them the final nudge, right, that they need to take action. And this final nudge is where you are free to now start selling, right? This is where you can now start selling everything that you've got. You have to help them, sell it to them so that they can now get access to your product and it can now change their life. So I want to walk you through some steps, right? Some strategy, some content strategy around this whole bottom of the funnel stuff that's going to really help you make a lot of sales. Now, but before we even talk about this, let me talk about a crucial part of this whole thing. Because if you don't know what you don't need to do, you have a lot of issues along the way. So let's talk about some of the major aspects, some of the key areas that a lot of people get to miss it when they are dealing with this whole thing. Now, the first thing is, mistake number 1 that I see a lot of people do is they don't address objections, right? Now, you are at the final stage. You are at the final stage of the funnel. And in this final stage, you are not doing anything to address the issues that your visitors have. So, this is it. You are at the final stage. This is your funnel. Like this, like this. This is where you make the money. So you have the top of the funnel here, which is the T, which is the TOFU, and you have the middle of the funnel, which is the MOFU. Then you have the last part of the funnel from here to here. From here to here, we have the middle. So this is the Bofu. There are strategies that you are going to follow. There are content application models that you need to follow for you to actually get people to buy from you. But before then, before you even start creating the content, you need to think in this direction. Number one, people will always have objections. People will always have reasons why they don't want to buy right now, right? They will always have reasons. And these reasons are real reasons that they don't want to buy right now. They are not interested to buy. And they need this solution you have to offer. So you must devise a means to make sure that you have certain strategies and steps, right, to literally address these objections. You must address the objections critically. So the content you're going to be creating, you need to look at this aspect. Then the next part of this whole thing is for you to don't overload them with too much information, right? Don't overload them with too much information. Guy, I'm telling you, if you overload them with too much information, you will stop them from buying the product. So don't overload them. Go straight to the point. Be persuasive and only talk about the benefit that your product have to offer. Only talk about the benefits. This is where you start talking about the benefits. How it's going to change their life. How it's going to dramatically give them all the things that they desire in their life, right? It's at this point that you focus on all this part. Then the moment you do that, what you want to do next is to actually have a call to action, right? A call to action to let them know that, see, go now, take this action. You're going to have access to this. You have to give them a straight call to action that is going to actually help them take action. So now let's talk about how to get this done step by step. Follow me carefully. Step number one, right? First thing you want to do is here. Always make sure that you have this option. What is the option? The option of actually giving people a free trial to your service. This will help them take massive action, right? Offer them free trial, offer them free demo, something that you know that is actually going to help them take action to your offer. Step number two is you can make sure that you make it have this sense of urgency, right? Make your offer have time sensitivity attached to it. That people need to know that, oh, this thing right here, it will end so time, and you need to take action. Without taking action, you will not be able to have access to what I have for you. So you need to make sure that they understand. These are the bottom of your funnel right now. Because after you are giving them all the benefits, they need to know how can they have access to it and how it's going to change their life. So all these things you are listing are things that add value to them, as you can see. So provide personalized consultations or a quote. So let them know, see, I'm going to have a 30-minute session with you. And this 30-minute session, we will look at everything to make sure that everything you need is well sorted out. If you give them this offer, they will likely take it. This is what Alex Omozi mean by give them offer that they cannot refuse. So at this point, you make them an offer that is too good for them to refuse. Then finally, share details of your case study. Always do this part all the time. Never go out of case studies. Always share it. Give them the story. Tell them about how somebody used the product and how it worked for the person, right? How the product is working and how they should also try it for themselves. Always, case study always work. If you have this thing, I'm telling you, it's going to change how you do business. Because without this last push, they could walk away and all your hard work in previous stages will just go to waste. So make sure that this last push is a push that helps them to take massive action. If you understand these 3 steps, right? Bofu, TOFU, and MOFU, you are good to go. And you start making a whole lot of money, right? That is the entire thing here. So what we want to do now next is, as you can see, everything is outlined here. The first step, second step, and the third step. And that is how you make so much money in 2025 selling your own product. So the next video, I'm going to show you something very important. Apart since you understand this whole concept, I will show you why your digital product is not selling in 2025 and how you can use the knowledge I explained in this 3 stages to actually start selling massively.